there's a number you can call. We need one for a man that gets hung up on an old pinball. It's payday night and there's a man who's gonna try his luck. A working man and an old machine, and both of them lit up. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spent $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. A traveling man leads a lonely life and the chance of fame is small. So he gets his kicks from a roll of nickels and a little old silver ball. Pinball in the truck stops all over the USA. When you get hooked on that old machine, you'll hear somebody say, you'd better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spent $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. Well, a pinball machine's a big old thing that backs up against the wall. Now it just lights up and stands there, taking on one and all. If you get hooked on the pinball, you'll sure regret the day. Cause you'll go broke a nickel at a time and you hear somebody say, you better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spend $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a new week. And it is lunch break pinball. All right, if you see it in the description, we are doing a 20-minute tech stream. Here's the thing. I'm going to play the game and show you what's wrong. Okay? So we got Lady Luck here. Everything was working great. Everything was nice. But it started doing what it was doing previously. When the drop targets get lowered, and it's weird, it's not always the same drop target, all of a sudden this will start firing off like crazy and giving me 10,000 points every single time, which if you're gonna put this thing on location and start doing tournaments, that ain't gonna work. Sign out! Yeah, that's right, we're doing a 20-minute tech stream. 20-minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what I'm talking about here. So when the drop targets are up, everything's fine. But let's get the drop targets down here. And it's like, I think it's the last drop target if I remember. Oop. Well, hold on. Just bear with me. Alright, let's try that again. Ah, that was bad. Okay. I could take the glass off, but that's no fun, right? I want to show you in a real game. Come on. Come on. All right. One more. There. Okay, you hear that? You see that? It went, and now 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. So, we gotta fix that. That's funny that it stopped after I stopped saying it. So, I think we have a stuck switch, is I believe the issue. So I'm gonna plunge here. We're gonna turn her off. We're gonna get the glass off. And we are gonna look into this. Lock bar. We got plenty of these. So that is our issue. And we're gonna look into why that's happening. So I'll turn it on again, just to prove that it happens more than once. Okay. All right, so drop target. Once you hit the last one, it should not be doing that. And then, just by vibration, it's making it fire off again. And that is supposed to only be happening when you hit this captive ball here, and it goes back and hits that target. So I don't know, I have no idea why the drop targets coming down are doing that. Very, very strange to me that that's happening. Anyway, I'm gonna keep the ball out. We're gonna turn her off. And lift it up. So, those are the old boards in there. I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of camera angle for you guys. Because obviously, that's not a great camera angle. Uno momento. Get a light in here. And I think, so this camera is pretty much dead right now. It's totally mounted and I'm not gonna take that out. So, we're gonna look at the top left camera here. This is gonna be our camera now. I do have a flashlight I can grab. I believe it is in my toolbox. Oh boy. Alright, hold on. This will kind of help. No, not really. That's a pretty crappy light. Okay, I found it. I also got one of these. Harbor Freight. It's a metal, it's a, got a big magnet in it. And it allows me to throw whatever I need in there and it will magnetize right to it. Not bad. So here's what I'm actually gonna do. I will make this screen a lot bigger. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, let me just pull it above everything else. There we go. Turn off the high score. Okay. We want to see that it's weekends. It ain't pretty, but it's gonna get the job done. Okay. So, what I gotta look at is how is this switch sticking? And why is it sticking? And how is it causing the issue that it's causing? Because it has nothing to do, like if I lift this up here, it really has nothing to do with back there. There's a, I desoldered it because I thought that was the issue. But it's not, and I don't know why. So, but back here, I desoldered this switch. That goes there, and that goes there. And I thought that that was going to fix the issue. But for some reason, with these drop targets, these are really weak springs, so maybe the springs need to be replaced, potentially. I do have a spring kit now, which is nice. But I think what I'm going to do is actually disassemble. And if I remember correctly, I think it's, yes, it's connected with the Molex connector, which is great. So, let me get my proper tool. Have as many of these as you can on hand of every single size. Most pinball machines, though, are the same size, I've noticed. Alright, so we need the whole mechanism disassembled, which is 4 bolts, or screws, excuse me. So, we're going to do that. And, boop, thank God for this thing right here. Harbor Freight! Sponsor me. Alright. Two. Ba-ding. Here is the third one. This will be hanging by one screw after this. Three. And get your hand on there. Oh, wait a minute, there's one more. Or there's two more holding it in. I forgot about those. So there are also, there's one right here, and there's one right here. So I gotta get those, and I don't think there's any underneath that, but let's lift it up. No. So just two more right here. Of course, they're a very awkward spot. Let me adjust this mic for you guys. Boop. Oh, sorry about that. All right, let's get this thing out of here. So we can actually work on it. Whoops. Alright, I'm going to take those two screws that are separate, and I'm going to put them on the back speaker, because if you don't know about a speaker, it's just a magnet basically. And get this other one out of here. I gotta put this back there. And unscrew this last one. And then it's good to go. Okay, we got it out. Let's find that screw. There it is. And like I said, thank God that this is Molex connector. So if you don't know what a Molex connection is, it's just this right here. So instead of all of the wires being hardwired, soldered all the way down, and then if I ever need to work on this thing, you have to like just have the wires there. There's this just Molex connector that makes it way easier to service. All right, that is out. Let's get the thing back down. Let me change this camera angle here, hold on. Put this in here, nice and safe. Okay, we're back. Let's get the glass back on. Sorry, let me retighten this. I know, I'm so professional with everything I do. Okay. God. Streaming on a budget, baby. Means sometimes your gear just is not wanting to stay where it needs to stay. Okay, let me get the glass back on. We're gonna resize so you can see everything nicely. Okay, that's good enough for now. Might as well get this on so you got a little bit more light. Although I'm going to be putting a blanket over it anyway, so never mind. Okay, tech stream time. Dr. Doob, thank you for the tier 1. Subscribe for 6 months. Dang, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. Okay. We are here. We have what I believe is our culprit. So, I'm going to have to refocus this for you. Alright, so here is the drop target assembly for Lady Luck. And I think what is happening is, so we, did another stream about this. We talked about it. So that pops them up. And then when you hit them, they go down, right? Works great. But the issue that I'm facing is, I think there's a stuck switch somehow. At least what it seems like. Oh, you can't listen because of work. Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Doobie. I think you can read my lips. So guys, man, it's hard to tell. Like, these are making, ooh, okay. I mean, these are making connections like they're supposed to make. So one thing we could do is maybe resurface all of these connections, because they do look like they could use a little, I'll see if I can get it on camera for you. But it looks as if, so when the switch drops, or when the target drops, so you can see here, these switches are open right now, right? And then when the switch, or when the target drops, boom, it closes it. So either, it may not even be the drop targets, it might be the targets behind the drop targets. Oh, let's take a look at those. Yes, okay, I think I found it. Yep, okay. I definitely found it. At least I think. This target right here. Right here. It's going to be almost impossible to show you in the camera. But from what I believe, I don't believe that these back targets, because this is, you know, the machine, I don't believe these back targets activate until these drop targets are dropped. So what's happening is when those drop targets are dropped, there is a switch on here that I can see clearly is closed right now. It's going to be almost impossible to show you on this camera. But looking at it from here, this one's open, this one's open, this one's open, and you know, obviously a ball hits it and then it closes it for a second, and then because it's got enough tension, or I don't know, tension's not the right word, it's got enough, it's not a spring, the metal is bending enough to push it back away. So every time a ball hits it, boom, it goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. But this guy right here is already closed. So I definitely think that is our option. I think the only problem I have right now is I don't know where my leaf switch adjuster is. So let's see if I can find it. I'll get you some focus back here. For the time being, tell me what you're excited about for Pinball Expo 2025 in the comments. Let me know. I definitely... Oh, Hako's on! What's up, dude? It's been a while! You played the... Oh, good. Okay, so there is a V-pin of this. What did you think of it? So, I'm talking about YouTube and Twitch right now. Okay, I think my leaf switch adjuster might be at the bottom of this thing. Hey. There it is. Okay. If you are wanting to learn more about pinball repair, one of the things that is necessary is to own a leaf switch adjuster. All right? This is just a piece of metal, and it has that little spot there on both sides. So one is bent at a 90 degree and one's at a 45 degree. And this just allows you to get into that leaf switch and to be able to adjust it. Yeah, man. Lady Luck is fun. Really, really fun. I don't know if you guys caught the beginning part of the stream today, but it's just been firing off every time after the drop targets drop. And I now, in inspecting this, am seeing, oh, hey, wait a minute. One of these switches is closed already, and it's supposed to be open until the ball hits it and it closes. So I thought it might have been the drop targets, but it is not the drop targets. The drop targets are fine. So I'm going to adjust this switch quick. It's going to be really hard to actually get it on camera just because the angle of it. But let's get in here. All I need to do is bend this piece of metal just a little bit, not a lot, so that it is not open, or sorry, it's not closed the entire time. Bring some more light in here for me. Yeah, that's definitely the problem. Because that would make sense. That once the drop targets drop, it tells the computer to be reading these these targets behind the drop target. But prior to that, it wouldn't necessarily do that. So, I mean, this is all just speculation, guys. Like, I just got into pinball a year ago, and I am figuring out as I go. So, you're all in this with me. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, that's still closed. Get some more light on it. I'm gonna turn this thing around. It's gonna make my face look really bright, but it's necessary right now for me to see what I'm doing. But yeah, while I'm doing this, yeah, they can be adjusted, but it's a lot easier to adjust with this. Let's see. I'm gonna take the 45 degree instead here. Yeah, it is still closed. Come on. Go back to the 90. There we go. Hey, okay. Now it's open. Open. It's actually open more than it probably should be. So I'm gonna bend it back just a little bit. Probably too much again. Now it's okay, hold on. That's the thing with pinball, like, every single machine has its own, you know, these are handmade things. And everyone has its own thing going on, right? Okay. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. This one is close. I'm gonna bend it a little bit more. Okay. And then the other thing we got to figure out, which I've got the time, is we need to figure out that captive ball switch. Okay, I think we're good, guys. I mean, it also does seem a little close, but it isn't touching this final one here. But it's close. I don't know. Also, guys, I don't know if you heard, but it's officially on the Pinball Expo website. I'm going to be speaking at Pinball Expo 2025. Kind of wild. I'll be Friday at 1:15, and we're just talking about lunch break pinball. So we're going to cover 3 things. We're going to cover kind of the origins of MN Retro Gamer, which is retro video gaming, how that got into arcade and then got into pinball. And then, honestly, I really want it to be focused around community. So first it's just going to be origins, then it's going to cover, it'll be like 15 minutes of that, 15 minutes of like a streaming rig, how to set up a streaming rig, how to do it like affordably. We're going to talk about USB cameras and all that stuff, because you can get those for pretty cheap compared to like a DSLR. Because I want this to be like encouraging for other people to be like, hey, I don't have to have like a $3,000 setup in order to just stream something that I'm passionate about, you know? And so my goal is to hopefully get more people interested in streaming pinball. That's my goal. And then we will cover 20-minute tech streams, which is going to be fun. And then, yeah, community. And then the last 15 minutes is going to be question and answer time. So if you have any questions and if you're going to be there and you would like them to be in, if you want to be a part of the conversation, there will be a Q&A section of the seminar. I feel very honored. I mean, man, it happened like, it's kind of wild how it happened. I just reached out to Rob Burke about a whole totally different thing. There was a local pinball, like, super vintage machine. It was like some prototype. I was like, I wonder if Rob's interested in this. I don't know Rob, like, didn't know Rob at all. I just reached out and was like, hey, I'm in Minnesota. If you're, like, interested in this, I can pick it up for you and hold on to it. And then we just started talking. I was like, yeah, I stream, and he was like, oh, that's really cool. And then out of nowhere, he was like, do you want to speak at Pinball Expo? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But like, I don't feel like, I just started this less than a year ago. And so I feel very, very honored, that I'm being given this opportunity. And I just, don't really understand, I guess, why they chose me, but I'm very, very thankful and happy for the opportunity. Cool. So, yeah, that's cool. So that's the thing. Like, you probably have a lot more equipment than what you realize, because one of the things I'm going to cover is, I won't mention like what's going on in my personal life, but I'll just mention that I had to put all my machines on location at the time, and you know, we didn't have Lady Luck working at home. And I will be talking about, you can stream from your phone, and all you really need is like a mic stand and a $10 adapter that will hold your phone. And that's what I do a lot of the times. I mean, I did that for a couple months when I got laid off. Because I was like, shoot, I got to put all my machines on location. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stream unless if it's from my phone. Pretty much everyone has a cell phone now. So, that's another thing I'm going to say in the seminar is like, hey, if you really want to stream, just do it from your phone. It's totally fine. I've had streams where I've had 15, 20 people watching, and I don't have a picture of my face or a back glass, which kind of sucks, but I'm able to get an angle that at least you can see the back glass and the machine all working at the same time. And I think it's been great that I still have that opportunity to be able to stream even though I didn't have machines at home at the time. So, all right, so that should work. That one might be a little too far apart, but I don't know. It hits it pretty hard. It should be fine. All right, let's get this thing back in. And hopefully this is going to work. Okay? Because that definitely was just a stuck switch situation. But yeah, if there is anything that you want to be like anything that you think would be helpful or good to talk about at this seminar, send me an email, mnretrogamer@gmail.com, or just put it in the comments right now. I know Dr. Doobie, which he can't hear me right now because he's working, but he was inspired through the stream to get some color DMDs because we did a stream on that. So that's cool. Dusty, what's up, bro? Yeah, dude, you gotta start streaming again. Come on. Okay, let's get it back. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, I'll give you a camera angle here. I mean, everything I do here is so, like, not professional at all, and I know it's not. Like, I don't have, like, good transitions, and, like, right now I'm, like, resizing this shit, and, like, I mean, I don't consider myself a really polished streamer by any means. But I love doing it, and, you know, if you love doing something, that's one of the things I'm going to say is, like, don't think that you have to have it all figured out, that you have to have every single thing super polished. Like, if you look at my original streams, they're definitely way worse than it is now. And I'm not saying, I mean, I'm literally dropping my camera. I'm not saying that my stream is, like, super polished or awesome by any means, but I am saying that, like, if you care about something, just do it, you know? Alright, so we're gonna get these two screws in first, and here we go. So that pops in there, like that. I like it this. That goes there. Oh boy. Yeah, actually I should get one of these corner ones in first, probably. Ah! Crap. Okay. Okay, we at least have one in so that it's staying in place. 37 minutes into 20, right? Hey, at least it wasn't a full hour this time. We're getting closer to our 20-minute tech stream every time. Okay. Alright, now I can get the middle ones in. That's the other advantage to 40 minutes, yeah. That's the other advantage to having magnets and putting it in there is it magnetizes that screw just for a little bit. But this one's already demagnetized. Alright. That's one. And yeah, so I have to loosen these now. Never fully tighten a screw until you have them all in place because you need a little wiggle room. To be able to adjust for the space. Why did that light go out? That's weird. Okay. Why is my light going out? Why are you doing this? Sorry guys, we're gonna be in the dark for just a second. I need a magnetic screwdriver and magnetic nut drivers for sure. That would be sweet. All right. Okay, before I tighten down those screws, I'm gonna test it. All right, we're attached. Let's get this out of here. Beep. Hey, lady. Okay. Resize. All right. Let's see if that fixed it. So, as we said, drop targets. Hey, play games more. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the raid. Everybody, if you are new to the channel, we do a lunch break stream, noon to 1. Right now my light just went out, but bear with me. It's probably just unplugged. But I just disassembled this whole thing, the drop targets. And what was happening was once the last drop target was dropped, it was constantly firing off this, and so there's a stuck switch. So I just adjusted it, and I'm about to test if it works. So, right now, nothing's gone up, which is great. So there was a closed switch I noticed, and so it was just firing this like crazy. Guys, I think we're good. Oh, uh-oh. So I did it once. Although, I'm wondering if that's supposed to... I need to look at the rule sheet. No. It's not supposed to be doing that. See, it's firing now. But it's not going as crazy as it was. Yeah, it's still kind of going off though. It happens every time it drops. Yeah, it's still doing it. The joys of pinball, everybody. Okay. Let me get this light back on at least. There, we're back. Okay, so that didn't fix it. You're gonna be coming on Saturday. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll stream my thing For those who are new or just joined from the raid, I have the great honor to speak at Pinball Expo this year. I will be there Friday, 1:15 p.m. We're going to be talking about Lunch Break Pinball. We're going to be talking about the community that we're building online and all of the friends that I've met along the way and how pinball has given me something to do during lunch, which a lot of times I'm at home just by myself. And so I was like, you know what? I like doing lunch with other people. And obviously I love playing pinball. So we all together... I just gotta admit, like, it's not just me that made this thing happen. I mean, I could still be streaming if nobody be showing up, and that's fine. But I appreciate it that we have people showing up. We have people like PlayGamesMore.com rating, and we've got Hako all the time here, and Sign Out, and Dusty, and Dr. Doobie, and man, God. The B-Me has been newer to the channel here. He's on YouTube. Actually, he or she, I'm not sure. And yeah, so I'm very thankful for this community, and I'm very thankful that I get to talk about it. Good Grief is on too, so awesome. So bad news about that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really pissing me off. I'm actually here. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna disconnect that completely out of the circuit. I'm gonna disconnect that that Molex connector, and I'm gonna see if it still does anything anyway. I mean, it shouldn't. Nothing should be happening. Okay. So Molex connector is disconnected. Hey, we got a first time chat from Strange Retro. I think that's your name. Afternoon, how you doing? So I have 9 games. 4 of them are on location. Foo Fighters Pro, Avengers Pro, Jurassic Park The Lost World, and Police Force. And then I have Lady Luck, which has been not giving me luck lately. And then I have 2 X's and O's, which are going to be a new series of getting those machines between the 2. We're getting one of them working. And then I have a Black Pyramid and Hard Body. I'm a big Bally fan. It's a he, got it, okay. Yeah, I'm a big Bally fan. I just think that they have weird games. Obviously, new Sterns are great. They're very expensive. I'm happy to have 2 of them. I am saving up for a Godzilla, although, man, every time I go over to a friend's house that has one, they have a premium, and I'm like, oh, it's an extra $2,000 at least. But every time I play it, I'm like, God, the premium has so much packed into it. But, Dustin Danger, talk me out of it, because you have a pro. Tell me that all I need is a pro. Yeah, it'd be great to see you at Expo. Mark your calendar, 1:15. I'm going to be speaking about Lunch Break Pinball. So, okay, we're starting the game. That is disconnected. So that will help us find out for sure that that it has to do with this firing off, right? Because if it doesn't fire off anymore, then that is the problem. And we still have a stuck switch, I guess. Yeah, nothing so far. So, I can also explain the rules right now of this game. It's actually pretty simple. George Christian Design, look him up. One of the greats of the 80s and early 90s Bally era. This is 1986, Lady Luck. Only 500 of these made, so it's a rare game. Poker is what you want to spell, so you got Poker poker up here. P-O-K-E-R, and right flipper swaps it. So it's here, now it goes there, now it goes up there, there, right? Left flipper does nothing. Doesn't do anything as far as like changing anything on the play field. So once you spell poker, you get a 2-time multiplier, and then if you do it again, you get a 3-time multiplier, and then a 4-time, and then a 5-time. What is your multiplier? Well, I'm not going to be able to show you right now because the drop targets are disconnected, but you see this here, right? Every time you hit a 2, it changes to a different row, right? If you get all 3 2s, there's one here, and one here, you get a gate, a ball save, right there, right? Do it again for you. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that is also, this needs to be greased. So there's a couple tweaks I gotta make on this thing. But anyway, yeah, so that's 2 of the main things. The other thing, so yeah, when your drop targets are working, which I have them disconnected right now, it's ace, king, queen, jack, 10. And once all of those are down, you have these stars here. If I hit both of them, this is gonna light up. And we have a 10-time... Oh, you know what? It's not counting the drop targets. Let me just reconnect the drop targets for you. That way I can fully explain the game. Hold on. The other thing that I should check is all of the solder joints on the drop targets, because that potentially could be an issue. Okay, so drop targets are going to pop up. You are going to hear this thing firing off, because I haven't figured that out yet. Get a Pro. Tell me why, because man, I love the premium. I love on the Godzilla where the building actually falls down, and the Mecha Godzilla, and the bridge isn't as important to me, but it's cool. And you get a diverter. You get a diverter. It totally changes how you play the game. All right, so anyway, drop targets are up. So poker, P-O-K-E-R, 2-time multiplier. We're gonna do it again here. Let's build it all the way up to 5. Okay. So remember, in your row, every time you get one, that lights up said thing. Now if I hit a 2, it's gonna move over here, and it knows, hey, there are 2 drop targets still up, so you can only cash in on the jack and the 10 here. See, now that's where, for some reason, there's a stuck switch and it's firing, and I don't know why. In order to get the drop targets back up, you have to hit these 4 targets behind it, which are the jokers. Oh, that one's okay. That one's not working easily. That might be our problem. The cool thing about that is whatever row you're on, it will spell the rest of the card suit for you if you get those 4 targets behind the drop targets. So anyway, it moved over to the clubs. If I wanted to go back to spade, I would hit a 2 and then hit another 2. We're back at spade here. Jack and 10. Because that's been finished, it moves on to the next one. Ace, queen, king. If I finish it... Okay, yeah, that is definitely our issue. This target right here, you have to hit it really hard. So it spelled that for me, right? Now remember, if you get all 4 drop targets down... sorry, 5 drop targets. You have these stars lit, but the first thing I'll show you is if you get every single suit spelled, you get an extra ball, which is very, very much worth going for. So we spelled a full row of cards. You start over again. But we have our drop targets down. Your stars here, if you get both of them, this music starts and you have a 10-time multiplier. And in that, all you want to do is rip that spinner. Because that is worth like 2, 3, 400 million points. If you can get it again, I mean, it's worth a crap ton of points. It's a very hard shot though. So anyway, the only other thing about the game, like I said, the twos, if you get all 3 of them, you get your gate open, but a really, really fun thing. Let's spell a bunch more here. Alright, so we've done 2 rows of cards, and we have a 5-time multiplier. This is potentially one of the best sounds in all of Pinball that you're about to hear. Your bonus collect. And it does it 5 times. It's just the best sound ever. I love it so much. Alright, anyway. You're looking at a pro only if you get a Godzilla. 3 pros for almost 2 premiums. That's your reason. Yeah, that's a good point. And also, I do put my machines on location. And I'm thinking once I get enough pros, I'll rotate one out. One will be at home for streaming. You know, maybe we'll do 2 months at home with that machine. And the other ones are on location making me money to be able to lead towards the next machine I want to get. The only issue I have is that Godzilla Premium out of any of them, like that and Venom, which you can get a Venom for really cheap. Venom, the Premium is just so much better than the Pro. Like, light years better. And in my mind, Godzilla, you get the ball locking building in the back, you get the bridge that collapses, and you get the Mecha Godzilla that actually spins. But I don't think I'd want to put something like that on location because there's a lot of moving parts, and yes, it is only 4 blocks from my house, but pros are so much more rock solid when it comes to not getting a call being like, hey, this isn't working, that isn't working, all that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at, right? I guess we have to disassemble this thing again, guys, because it is still causing issues. So I'm gonna resolder every point. There potentially could be a cold solder joint somewhere. You know, that's where I don't have the answers for you. And that's what's, I guess, so fun about the 20-minute tech stream is sometimes I do have the answers. Sometimes I'm like, hey, we're doing a flipper rebuild. Yesterday, I didn't stream it, but we did a flipper rebuild on Avengers. Because the left flipper was sticking. And man, that coil stop was nasty. Like, it had so much wiggle in it. Anyway, let me get this ball out of here. Hold on. While I'm here, I might as well resolder back that connection, because that's what this guy right here, when you hit that is what's supposed to advance this. And so I was like, man, this switch is just going off like crazy. So I figured, I was like, okay, well, for the time being, to just enjoy the game, I'm going to desolder that. And we should be good to go. But maybe also, well, no, it was doing it before it was desoldered. I don't know. Like, there's trying to figure it all out. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna keep working on this machine. If you want to hang out, I'm happy to have you here. I appreciate it. It said it in the label that it's going to be a tech stream today, not so much playing. But guys, this week for sure, I am going to be at some point going to Lit Pinball Bar because they have a Merlin's Arcade, which is Turner Pinball. and I'll just be streaming it from my phone because I don't have a portable streaming rig yet. But yeah, we're gonna check it out. I think it's like one of only a couple on location in the nation right now. And it's 30 minutes from my house at Lit Pinball Bar in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we're gonna check out the new Merlin's Arcade. Probably end up putting like 10 to 15 bucks in that thing. So, because obviously when you learn a new game, it costs money. Unless if you buy it, but it costs even more money. So, all right. We're gonna take this back apart and hope that, I don't know. I'm gonna resolder that connection that needs to be resoldered. And I don't know why it's doing this. If anybody has any insight, they want to, you know, send it my way. I'm happy to listen to your suggestions because I'm just learning as I go. I'm gonna be at OB's again on Wednesday, and I am thinking about streaming it. The only thing with Wednesday streams is it's right before flipping out, but it just doesn't seem to be a great time because it's before flipping out, and most people are having dinner during that time. But I guess you guys let me know. Do you like the OB streams or not? Or is it fine to just have it be a fun night of pinball and not worry about putting it online? Alright, let's get this back apart. Put that on there. That on there. What I really want to do is make an actual make like an actual streaming rig at OB's, because he's got like 8 or 9 modern Sterns, and so we could have a good rotation of different games to show off. Boy. Oop. Harbor Freight. Oh boy, come on. Come on out of there. Yeah, you got it. Ah. 3. And the last one. The last melon. There we go. We got it out. Alright. So I'll get my soldering iron. Put this camera back. There's an X's and O's and a glass of water. We got dog farts rating too. What's up, buddy? Man, it's just the day of rating. How are you? Thank you for the raid. We're just doing a text stream today, trying to figure out what is wrong with Lady Luck. This guy right here keeps firing off. Just got rated, sucker! Love it. What were you doing today on stream? Oh, I gotta get the glass on. Hold on. Ah. Dog farts, are you going to Pinball Expo? Hanging out, listening to music, catching up with chat. Nice, that's cool. Do you stream pinball? I've never actually seen your stream. All right, so I mean, these solder joints look fine, but I might as well. Oh, well, that one's bent down. I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters, but that one was, this one right here was bent down a lot, but it's like still connected. But they are supposed to be upright like that. I mean, everything looks fine. But it was this target that was, yeah. See, I bent it too far apart now. So now I have to bend it back. Was too close. Oh, stream pinball effects on PS5. What pinball machines do you have? And are you going to Pinball Expo? I don't think I saw. Oh no, you said you're not. Ah, you should come. I'm going to be speaking at it. Pretty excited about that. I got asked to speak at it. I'm like, all right, let's do it. All right, that is not touching. Okay. That will work a lot better now. I guess I'm just gonna retouch all these solder joints. Sure. Another thing we can do is a continuity test. That back in there. We'll get that warming up, but we might as well do a continuity test while we're here. Yeah, man, pretty cool. So I'm going to be speaking on Friday about lunch break pinball, 1:15 p.m. And I'm going to try to do what I can to stream it, but hotel internet is pretty crappy. So I think I'm gonna have to stream it from my phone, which is fine, but it's like you don't get to really see the presentation because I'm like, you know, putting together a whole like PowerPoint and all that crap. So, all right. So let's do a continuity test on every single solder joint here. If you don't know what a continuity test is, Look it up. No, I was kidding. It is basically just confirming that there is a signal between one point and another. So I'm going to put this guy on continuity, and if I put them together, they do that, right? So now I'm going to go from every single spot, and again I'm going to flip this around and my face is going to get way too bright, but we need more light. Oh, hi. So I'm just going to go from like this spot to this spot. Right, I accidentally hit the button again. I was like, it's not working, what's going on? There we go. So that works. I'm gonna do from orange. Oh. That's gonna be really hard to find out. I think it doesn't, if I remember correctly, I think it doesn't work with resistors though, because resistors only allow electricity to go one way. Okay. So yeah, if I try to do it on these two right here, there's a resistor between them. And it just won't work unless if maybe I flip it the other way. No. So the resistor is stopping it from flowing. And these are, I believe, doing the same thing. I'm just gonna reflow solder on everything here. And when you do that, you want to add new solder. So, of course, here we are. This solder has flux in it. Diodes are one way though. You're correct. Thank you. Thank you, Tree Farmer Charlie. I am still learning about pinball. You are absolutely correct. But is there a reason why I'm not getting continuity between these two? Because these aren't diodes, these are resistors. But yes, you are absolutely correct. Diodes are what allow electricity to only flow one way. Thank you for the correction. All right. Let's just reflow solder and everything here. One thing I am seeing is both of these wires here, they're touching. And so, well, they would be touching anyway because they're touching the same spot. So that doesn't matter. Never mind. All right. Let's get some new solder in here. Do not breathe that in. Whoa, that's hot. Okay. I should probably grab some pliers. And again, I don't know if this is the right answer. All I know is these solder joints haven't been reflown in probably 40 years. And so it's a good idea to do. Your wife left this morning, found a note on one of the pinball machines saying, "This isn't working." I turned the game on and it was playing just fine. Oh, that's funny. I don't understand. Works just fine to me. The other thing you want to check is all of the wires and make sure that there is no break anywhere along the wire, because if that wire has a break point midway through and it's touching another piece of metal, you know, that could be causing an issue too, right? So set it to measure resistance instead of continuity. Got it. Okay. You won't get beeping, but you'll be able to see the connection even through a resistor. Okay, got it. Got it. Sometimes those old switches will have carbon buildup on the contacts. That was the other thing I was looking at. Because looking at these contacts here, there is like black spots. Let's see if I can... here, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to refocus here. And there are black spots on each one. So do I just need to kind of go over each one of those? Because I do have... I do have this little Dremel tool, and I can resurface just all of those. If you think that that might be the issue, just use IPA. Nothing abrasive, really? Okay, all right. I'm so glad you guys are here because I'm getting tech advice. I am, by all means, have never said that I'm an expert at this. So let me go get some isopropyl alcohol and we're gonna redo all of those spots and maybe that's our issue. I mean, it's probably worth it. I don't know, it's probably... All of the solder joints look good. I don't see any I don't see any cold solder joints. So I don't really think... I don't think I need to do anything. No, Merlin, this is Lady Luck. I am still working on hard body, but we're delaying hard body because their Valley had a 6803 system. Lady Luck was one of the first ones, and hard body is also 6803. So I bought new boards for Lady Luck originally, and then I was like, well, let's put it in hard body, see if that fixes a lot of the issues, which it did. But then I still have some issues, and so I was like, well, I'd like to at least have a working game at home. So I put the boards back in Lady Luck, and I just need to buy another one. It's like 250 bucks, which I have, but also I'm trying to save as much money as I can right now because I do not have a full-time job. But I did have a really great interview last week. They are very interested in moving on. But they're not hiring until November, so that's a little weird. But if I get the job, it would be a killer job. Yes, okay, so EMs are what you're supposed to use that thing. Got it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, let me go get some isopropyl alcohol. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me in that. We got some IPA. Not the drinkable kind. So could I use really fine sandpaper? Because I do have like 400 grit, or maybe it's 800. Because I think the higher number you get, the more fine it is. Is that correct? I guess we'll just start with this. So we're gonna go in here. I mean, to be honest, looking at this, it doesn't look like carbon. It looks like the actual brass. Oh, shoot, I bent that. It looks like the actual brass is worn away, is what it looks like. But yeah. Hold on, we might be able to get rid of it. Hold on. Be patient. I'm gonna have to rebend these back. One of the things I could do is, I guess, raise that up. Yeah, actually, I think it is carbon, like you said. I wonder if I should use some... So a higher number means finer particles. Slide it in between them while applying light pressure on the switch. Got it. Well, I've already bent this one. Any type of paper or cardboard? What are we talking here? I do have cardboard if you want it. Yeah, that's definitely going away though. Should I try a super fine regular printer paper? Okay. I appreciate you guys coming on. I really do. It makes my day so much more. I really appreciate it. It's been fun having the community of people to get to know. I have been able to meet Hako in person. He lives in Kansas City. And Chicago Bob. Chicago Bob came and visited about a week and a half ago. He came for the state fair and to hang out with a friend. We had a great time. Okay, this is getting rid of it. God, you're the best. Thank you so much, Tree Farmer. Thank you. It was Tree Farmer that said that, right? I believe. I don't have printer paper, but I do have sticky note. And this is the non-sticky part of the sticky note. This might be a little too thick. Or too thin. I almost feel like just a little bit of really thin really, really high grade or grain sandpaper would just get that little bit off, you know? I'm glad I found you guys too. I just gotta say, about a year ago, was just getting into pinball. I did my first pinball tournament about a year ago. Didn't do great, but I had fun. And the local community of people, for the most part, have just been overwhelmingly positive and wonderful to work with. And I got into something that I never, like, I did not know that this community was even a thing. Like, a little over a year ago. And I've always been into retro video games and arcade video games and all that. And, yeah, I had no idea that there were this many people in this world. So it's really cool to be able to get this chance to build community and get to know people. So, and it was at a really, really important time in life where I was kind of losing a community of people. So the pinball community has really stepped up, man, and been wonderful and very supportive. You guys have heard so much about what's going on in my life. And all of the local friends that I regularly hang out with now are pinball people for the most part. So, everybody's just awesome. It's really, really cool. And it's fun that you guys even hop on when I'm not playing pinball and it's just like, hey, we're just doing a 20-minute text stream. So, yeah, thank you so much. Man, do you think a little bit of sandpaper would be fine? Your son has a dad who fixes pinball machines as well. Wait, isn't that you? Yeah, that's you. Oh, unless if you're a father-in-law or something like that. Then that's different, I guess. You clean them. Okay. Yeah, competitive pinball, man, is really fun. I've gotten to know some of the top players in my state. One of them, he hops on here every now and then. His name is John. He's in the top 25. I think he's like number 12 right now in the state. He actually used to work for Lucas Arts back in the day and Midway. So he's got some experience in the video game world for sure. Very cool guy. This would be hilarious if this is really just the only problem was this carbon buildup on these switches. I guess what I can do is, before I screw it in, I can just test it sitting out. I'm just gonna have to be patient. I'll take my time here. Losing the better players make you a better player too. Honestly, when it comes to competitive pinball, don't expect yourself right off the bat to really just be like killing it. You just gotta show up and you gotta get good and like a big part of playing bad in competitive pinball is being nervous, and you just have to do it enough where it's just the same thing as like I'm a musician, and if you do it enough it becomes more second nature and those nerves don't You know, I still get nervous when I perform as a musician, but they don't happen like they used to, you know? Uh-oh, we gotta switch, not... Let's see if that stays up here. Hold on. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, so sometimes you gotta do it over and over and over again, right? And, I haven't been competing enough to feel... like, I play so much better when I'm just by myself than competing, you know, in a tournament. I have won one tournament, and it was it was at the American Legion, where I have my own machines, and I know literally everything about every one of them. I know how to get the big points, so I don't feel like it was quite fair. But then John came another week, and he beat all of us, so I guess there goes to show that even if you have your own machines, it doesn't necessarily mean you are going to be guaranteed to win, right? You're a drummer too, Dogfart. It's nice. The guy put rubber feet on them, so it's harder to tilt. Harder to tilt or harder to nudge without tilting? Like, is it... When you say harder to tilt, you mean like the rubber feet keep it in place and it's kind of a shock absorber so the tilt bob doesn't move as much? Is that what you're saying? I don't think I'm gonna fully be able to get all of this carbon off. It might be at some point worth it to like replace these switches. At what point do you guys decide to nudge? Okay. Got it. At what point do you guys decide, hey, it's let's just replace the switch? Because this has definitely got to be the original switch. Let me see if I can find just a piece of paper like you were talking about here. I'll just do 2 sticky notes. That should be fine. Alright, let's just start with the top one. Shouldn't need to replace them unless if something is broken. Got it. Tree Farmer said something. What did you watch yesterday? I missed that chat. Oh, watching the Papa 22 tournaments last night. Yeah, it's insane. The ball control, the shats, you know, just going back and forth, doing a shats. I always feel weird saying shats, but that's what it's called. Okay, yeah, I see some stuff coming off here. That's good. Yeah, I can't imagine being at that level of playing, but I mean, I don't know. I've been playing for a year. Those people have been playing for a very long time. So, who knows, right? Oh, gosh, I gotta go to the DMV today, guys. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to the DMV. Okay, let's get a little more here. Actually, we could probably do 2 at once. Fox Cities. Man, they have some great stuff. They post very, very interesting shorts of anything from crazy Lazarus saves to nudges that are just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they just did that. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, well, these are pretty clean. Let's just get the rest here, I guess. Chicago Bob is on! How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Chicago Bob visited last week and a half ago. Bob, I don't know if you saw, but I'm officially on the Pinball Expo website. If you go to scheduled events, Friday, 1:15, lunch break pinball. What I really think would be cool is if I could actually get a full streaming rig out there with a pinball, and we just do a lunch break pinball there. I guess let me know in the comments. Would you prefer me to put together some sort of, you know, conversation history of where I came from, what I'm doing now, how I got into pinball, the community, and then a 15-minute question and answer at the end? Or just do a lunch break pinball and we stream pinball from... Because I think I could do that a different day of the week. Because I have other people that are coming with streaming gear. So I probably could do another lunch break pinball, like normal lunch break pinball. Plus it's at 1:15, it's not at noon, so it's kind of like, well, this is weird that you're doing that. I think I'm gonna put together, you know, a conversation, because they really do want to hear my story, is what they're asking. Well, I just realized that this switch is, oh wait, that's because that's, never mind. Never mind. It's open. Okay, we're fine. Okay. You're down for both. Got it. Well, let me talk to Rob Burke, see what he thinks. See if he could get me a streaming rig with a pinball machine. You know, we could do like a 10-ball Foo Fighters and see if I can beat the game. That would be really interesting. I don't think I'd be able to beat it on 3-ball, but we could do a 10-ball Foo Fighters and... Okay, well, we are clean to the best of what I can see. And I'm going to look at every single one here. And when it drops, it connects. That one seems to connect. You know, while we're here, another thing that people do is they will wax, although honestly these drop targets are working very smooth. The actual drop target assembly. I don't think I need to worry about waxing, but that's another thing you can do with the Bally pinball drop targets are where this piece of metal right here, sorry, so you got your levers here, right? And when the target drops, you can see those metal pieces drop, right? And that is what pops out and closes the circuit. If you're ever having stuck drop targets, especially on a Bally, you need to, the first thing you should do is just wax, literally wax, like put wax on it and then wax on, wax off, Miyagi style. And that a lot of times will solve the issue. So, no, I guess I did not check the contacts on. I could clean these too quick. Might as well do it while we're here. Okay, hold on here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that's a piece of paper. Yeah, that's just paper. That's fine. Because it's just... Okay, it's really... I need like a magnifying glass. So that goes in, makes the connection. Got it. Okay. Yep, good call. Let's clean these two while we're here. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I can't believe we have 15 people just hanging out watching me clean the contacts on a pinball machine. You guys are awesome. I love it. I guess it's a very different content from everyone else playing pinball, so maybe it's interesting. Okay, this does have some dirt on it for sure. It's a little more alcohol. You want to see it fixed. Dude, I can't guarantee that this is going to fix it, but yeah. It's the carrot and the horse. Or is it a donkey? I don't know. I hope this fixes it. I want to see it fixed too. I'm right there with you. Let me turn this soldering iron off for now. All right, let's double check every connection, make sure. Okay, so that has gap. That has gap. I guess that technically isn't supposed to be touching that right now, right? But that's not metal. That's like a piece of cardboard or leather to stop it from making a connection with the piece of the metal in the back. So I don't think that matters, right? So you've got your switch, and then you have underneath it the other part of the leaf switch that makes the connection, and then behind that there is like I think it's like leather or cardboard or something, and then behind that is a thick piece of steel. Now this one is plenty far back, but this one, that piece of cardboard or leather is forward. I don't think that matters, because all that thing is there is just stopping any sort of connection with the metal on this front one and then this back. So I don't think that it matters that it's a little bit forward, right? Yeah, everything's looking good to me. Let's get it plugged in. It's all gonna look great from your house, right? I had a friend who was teaching me how to drywall. This is probably about 6 or 7 years ago. And anytime I asked a question that was kind of a stupid question, his response was, "Hey, it's gonna look great from my house," which was hilarious. That was his way of saying, no, do not do that. Okay. Get the glass off here. Another tip for you guys, if you have not seen me talk about this, if it happens to be a local glass, like make glass for coffee tables or whatever, or windows, all that stuff, they have to ship their glass in protective foam. So most of these places just throw this stuff away. And so instead of buying, I think it's like almost $10 for these little corner things, which are cool, they're great, they work great. But if you have like 9 pinball machines, that's like $90, $100. Go to this local glass place, which my neighbor bought a glass table and it came with this. And yeah, it's just like a little channel and it works great. It stays on, it doesn't fall off. Very convenient. And it's got enough foam there that you can just rest it right on it. Okay, let's turn this light. Let's put Lady Luck back where she is. And I'm gonna test it without screwing it back in first. All right, so we're just gonna connect the Molex. So how do I do this without getting electrocuted? This is a game where it'll start even without the ball in it. So, we're just gonna try it. You can't quite see it. Oh boy. Okay, drop targets. And we didn't have any fire off. Guys, I think we fixed it. We did not have a single switch go off during that whole thing. I'm gonna screw it back in now, and hopefully it still keeps working. Whew! Dirty contacts. Here we go! Thank you, Tree Farmer, for the insight into that. Oh boy. There. Again, do not screw the screws in all the way. You love fixing stuff, especially when you don't have to do the work. What about the leaf switches on your V-pen? What are you talking about? Oh, that's funny. That would actually, I would be very interested in some sort of digital pinball machine where problems that naturally occur in the real world happen and it's part of the game. Where you're like, what the hell is going on? This thing is happening and I don't know why. And you like have to digitally like open it up and figure out the problem. That would be hilarious. I would like that a lot. You use real switches on your V-Pen. Okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, there's like, you can do haptic feedback and all that stuff. So, got it. I still stand by that though. That would be pretty funny. If they even just gave like common occurrences in problems in pinball and digitally with all the visualization and all that stuff, like how do you fix this? Be helpful. Okay, we got our screws in. I don't get why there are these other two screws, honestly. You only need the 4. Seems strange to me. Unnecessary. Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna call it now. Tomorrow, as long as this works, tomorrow on stream, we're gonna fix the last issue on this thing, which is that captive ball with the switch. Right? We're gonna do that. Oh boy. Oh shoot. There we go. wish that pinball designers thought more about operators when it came to doing things. Yesterday when I had to do a flipper rebuild on Avengers, exactly where I needed to unscrew the coil stop, the bars that you hold on to, it's exactly in that spot. And I'm just like, I can't get in here with a nut driver and get this thing out. If this thing is working though, I could get this thing on location, get Black Pyramid back here and get that thing on stream fixing that, right? All right. Everybody just hold your horses here. This last screw in. That didn't sound good. Okay, let's give it a try with it in. What a stream, guys. Here, that's working. It's good. And boom, 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 boom. No fire. Ah, I did it! Okay, hold on. It's that one. It's the third one. Every time I hit the third one. Oh, no, that was the fourth one. It's just, it has a mind of its own. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This would be a cool ringtone. This too. Why? That was fine. 2 times around. 3 times around. Okay, that's promising. Okay. Alright. Let's get the glass on and try a game and see if it happens at all without me doing what I'm doing. My anguish and moan would be a great ringtone. Love it. Okay. Maybe there is just a little bit more cleaning that needs to happen. Because that definitely helped. All right, let's try it. 2 hour, 20-minute tech stream. That's right. come a long way from when we first got this game. This thing was in rough shape. Yeah, there's one. It's like sometimes when I hit it really hard. And a lot of times it's with the right flipper. I don't really understand that. But I mean, I shouldn't be at 10,000 right now by any means. So like, this couldn't go on location yet with the state of how it is. I don't know, do you think sandpaper, tree farm? Just like an extremely fine sandpaper? Because there seems to be a little bit of carbon buildup still there. Trying to see if there's any way to activate that. Yeah, I did it there. And again. And again. Nice. Ah, okay. Just need an adjustment again, huh? I mean, I'll look at it again. It just seems like it's fine. I don't know. Like the adjustment looks good. Hey, we got an extra ball. See if we can get a 10 time here. Oh, my bad. Take the glass off and bang your fist against the playfield with the drops down. The thing is it's happening sometimes with the drops up, though. I don't. The other thing that's weird to me is those should not have anything to do with this. It's the captive ball here when it goes back and hits the target. That's what's supposed to be firing it. I have it desoldered right now, but I really don't think that those wires are touching. Because the reason why I desoldered it in the first place was it was doing what it was doing, where it was just firing off like crazy. Anyway. Looks like we still have some more work to do on this guy, or on this lady. I gotta go. I gotta go to the DMV. No fun. Thank you guys for the constant support. I appreciate everybody. If you have not subscribed, you can do that for free with your Amazon Prime account. I believe you just click the subscribe button and then Amazon Prime is an option. So if you would like to do that, it gives me $2.25 to be able to buy the crap that I need to keep these machines working. Thank you so much for the raids as well.